I don't know why it always defaults to using my default built-in laptop stuff when I have every time set it again and again to ART. Alright, and let's get some music going for the background, and then... but yeah, thank you so much, Obsidia, for the re-upping of the subscription. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the continued use of the emotes, and I'm hoping to get the rest of my emotes up and running pretty soon too. It looks like this is gonna be one of those days when my neck decides that it doesn't want to function normally, so I'll just have to deal with that, I guess. Just don't mind me if it looks like I'm kinda falling asleep a little bit. I promise that's just my neck breaking a little bit. Hey, Koffy! So, this week's stream is going to be drawing my friend Koffy Kuma here. So let me get some music going on in the background. But, this I think is going to be... originally, I wanted to do this as Koffy Kuma in, like, a oversized shirt but otherwise, like, kind of naked to sort of emulate the feeling of, this is Koffy Kuma dressed as Winnie the Pooh. But then I got to thinking, what if I just straight up drew Koffy Kuma as Winnie the Pooh? So then I decided, come on, don't mute me, Pretzel Rocks. I know you're... Oh, you little shit, come on. Come on, you little jerk. That's literally 1%. Come on, you piece of junk. You're a terrible web interface. And you should feel bad. God. You know what? Fine, Pretzel Rocks. If you're gonna be like this, I'm just gonna go back to Vocaloid Radio. That'll teach ya. Wait, do I still have Vocaloid Radio installed? God, I hope I do. Otherwise, this is gonna get really awkward. I have it disabled. Let's quickly re-enable that, so I can listen to it. Also, hey everyone, thanks for sticking with me while I continue to wrestle with the nature of being a streamer who is not particularly tech-savvy or literate, or really very intelligent at all in many ways. I have very limited kinds of intelligence, and knowing how the fuck to do anything with computers, not one of those, baby. This is all dummy rabbit in this household. Okay, there we go. Vocaloid Radio, save me, please. I beg of you. Thank you, Vocaloid Radio. You did it. Okay, now to quickly turn off the background music. Pretzel Rock will probably be back sooner or later. So, to reiterate, I decided instead of just drawing Koffy Kuma as dressed like Winnie the Pooh, I thought it would be more entertaining if I drew her in the style of Winnie the Pooh. So I'm gonna draw Koffy as... I'm going to do the Lord's work and draw Koffy as a bear, as God intended. This is now a good Christian Minecraft server of a stream, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with that, but okay, sure. Also, please... There we go. Okay, that's the right tool now. Alright, so it's always interesting to see how responsive my mouse is going to decide to be, so... let's see how terribly laggy it's going to be today. My bet is on, like, a good... at least a good 60 pixel delay, but we'll see. Also, if you want to let me enable performance mode Streamlabs so I can make sure everything functions, that would be lovely. I know you're listening, Streamlabs. This program is not particularly good. I'll really have to look into switching out for something more functional. Oh my god, computer! There we go, performance mode. Okay. Performance mode. No, you just enabled it and okay, there we go. Now I can finally get started. Alright. So how y'all doing, chat? Okay, that's a fun level of delay. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, well... Nothing I can do but get right into it. Finishing up work? That's right. Oh, I can't remember because, again, I have 6 brains and none of them talk to each other. We talked about what your job is before, though, Obsidia, right? Or am I thinking of someone else? Right, it was. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because it would be kind of weird for me to say something like, yeah, it must be... I bet it must be really exhausting. I bet it must be really exhausting working with aides all day if you weren't, in fact, the other person in the conversation I remembered. So, okay, good to know. Good to know that I still have that much power of memory. And I'm glad that I can help you wake up a little bit, Koffy. Also, I just realized that by drawing you this way, I'm actually getting away with drawing you basically almost entirely full frontal naked. So that's cool, I guess. I don't know if you've had anyone do that, but this is... As Winnie the Pooh so clearly demonstrates here, this is a bear pussy, a bussy out look. You have no lewd art? Wait, what have you been posting in Koffy Kuma After Dark then? Thoughts, okay. Now, is it thoughts or thoughts? Because I feel like both of those could be pretty equally marketable to that kind of... Okay, both, got it. I'm starting to realize I picked a really bad Winnie the Pooh reference for this, so I'm gonna try and grab another one where his head isn't just completely cocksided. Yeah, it's... Internet, bring me Winnie the Pooh. I demand poo. Does anyone remember, like, in the 90s, the Winnie the Pooh cartoon series that they had? I don't remember all of it, but I remember that it had a really good opening track. It was something like, Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear, wherever rumbly tumbly, climbing a honey tree. Pooh Bear, I know you're out there. Wherever you go, there's something, yeah, but... I wish I remembered that song better, because all I remember was that it was a very good song. And that vaguely included something that sounded kind of like that part. Alright, I guess I could do this as... No, this is definitely going to be way easier if I stick to side, because front on Winnie the Pooh has that weird not foreshadowing, but that weird line effect thingy. This is also such a great thing because obviously it's super useful when I'm saying all of this in a medium that has visual elements instead of just like showing you. Okay, let's put this Pooh down here. And this has to go on the... copy... Oh, dang it. Okay, fine, I'll do it that way. Let's put it back on the reference layer. There we go. Speaking of trying to draw Koffy with less clothes, hi, I'm Nissa? Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit? What you mean? Because also, is the computer... I can't tell if the computer is having trouble registering my eyes. It kind of looks like it does, so I'll try... I mean, I'm super close to the computer screen, so I shouldn't actually need my glasses for this part. Oh, also fun fact, if you didn't know, hey, I wear glasses. I don't think it's really that fun of a fact, but, I don't know, it's something that you now know, I guess. Enjoy having that level of power over me. But yeah, what exactly do you mean by that, Nissa? And more importantly, do you have any of these pictures to share? Because otherwise, I might beat you to the punch of drawing the first technically NSFW picture of Koffy. Is Winnie the Pooh NSFW technically? Because, I mean... Does that count? Is Pooh not safe for work? Koffy knows what I mean, and if I succeed, maybe it'll be shared, but unless I work really quick right now, I win. Oh, Nissa, you've got more time than you think. If you've ever seen me do these, you'd know that it usually takes me 2 full sessions of streaming, so that's like a solid 8 hours of work, spread over 2 days that have a day between them. I think you've got plenty of time. Alright, so let's see. Unfortunately, Pooh has really simple kind of eyes to work with here, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But first, let's get... God, I never realized how weird this whole dealie on Pooh's face is until I tried to draw it. But that's the price I pay, I guess, for something? I don't know. The problem is Nissa is a huge bottom and keeps flustering herself while drawing. Well, maybe it'll turn into one of those tortoise and the hare situations then, except despite being part hare, I guess I would still be the tortoise in that situation? Ah. Metaphors. I wasn't an English major, I wasn't even an English minor. Bottom in the hare. I guess that works. I guess that means if we tease Nissa enough, that means I can also kind of stall her out long enough to win. I don't know why this has suddenly turned into a contest, but... my attempts at art have also taken me anywhere from a day to a year. With oh yeah, ADHD be like that sometimes. Brain be like, I need stimulation. Okay, here, there's this thing. No, not that stimulation. I want other stimulation. Well, what kind of other stimulation now? What kind of stimulation do now? No do things, only stimulate. God, this is a... Pooh Bear, I love you. You were a huge part of my childhood, but y'all got a really fucked up shaped head. Okay, how can I fix this? I guess maybe the brow has to be like a little more prominent for starts. So let's try editing that and see how that works. It's a good thing this is a sketch layer, otherwise I would force myself to keep going until it was good on this layer alone. Pooh Bear, what is your mouth, Pooh Bear? How your mouth do that? Not quite. Getting closer. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, let's see. So, for those of y'all in chat who watched it, what were your favorite characters in Winnie the Pooh? I think as a child, because I was always a very anxious and nervous person, I say as if I have ever stopped being a very anxious and nervous person, my favorite was probably Piglet, at least in terms of relatability. When I was a kid, Tigger. You know, honestly, looking back on it, the more I think about it, the better a metaphor all of the characters in the 100 Acre Woods are for, like, dealing with different kinds of brain issues. Because, like, with Piglet, you've got anxiety and general confidence and self-image stuff. With Eeyore, obviously, you have a crippling clinical depression. Tigger's definitely got some hyperactivity, brain stuff going on. I don't know enough psychology to extend the interpretation, but yeah. Oh. I don't know if that was audible, but the place that I currently live for at least the next week has this really fun thing it does where we live right down the street from the fire department, and sometimes they just randomly do a big ol' foghorn. Sometime, like it used to be every day at noon exactly they'd ring it, but they stopped for some reason, and now it's just kind of random times, I guess, so that's fun. IDK, Tigger and Rue. Tigger and Rue are pretty good choices. Kenga was an absolute saint for dealing with someone like Tigger being her child's primary, like, inspirational figure growing up. That woman has dealt with so much in her life. Gotta respect it. Alright, so let's see. Now I need to start doing the body. So Pooh is bean-shaped. Very round, very friend. So let's move the head up a little bit. Okay, that'll give me a little more room to work with. Alright, let's see. I'll probably stick with some interpretation of Koffy's actual outfit, so I guess that means that Winnie the Koffy the Pooh? Koffy the Pooh. I guess if you have enough coffee, it'll eventually become that. Koffy the Pooh, Koffy the Pooh. Chubby little gal all stuffed with fluff. It's Koffy the Pooh, Koffy the Pooh. Funny little silly little bear. Okay. Got a little... Is that like a sports bra? A tank top? A tube top? What you got going on under the hood here, Koffy? Sports bra. Ah. I see you're one of them sporty lesbians. Good on you. I do not have... I used to be a much more athletic and fit bun, and I probably should try to get back there before my body decays too much to be able to. That'd be a good idea. And it's just about finding the time and motivation now, though. Fun fact, the original design didn't have the sports bra, but it was too lewd. So what, you just had like the bare chest with the implication that there was just nothing you were wearing on underneath it? That's kind of a fun one. Yeah, I can imagine that might be a little too lewd, perhaps. Perhaps just a touch once you get your jiggle physics going on. Alright, so... Koffy the Pooh's gotta have those... Like, Pooh really doesn't have shoulders. He's a very streamlined bear. I guess we're going for roughly the same shape here. I feel like Koffy the Pooh still needs to have some kind of prop, though. I mean, I guess it's gonna be a coffee cup. Maybe it's... Like, Winnie the Pooh isn't a super small toy, so I can't really get away with having, like, a honey pot-sized coffee cup, but... this is... Oh, wait, no, not a coffee cup. Since Winnie the Pooh carries around a jar of honey, I imagine the equivalent would be like if Koffy the Pooh was carrying around just... What are those called? Not pitchers, but like the things that you pull out of a coffee maker that you pour the coffee out of. I'm not someone who regularly drinks coffee, so I have no idea what that thing is called. A coffee pot? That might be it? Like, the ones that are glass are kind of like, with, like, a handle here, and there's, like, a lid. Coffee pot, okay. Come on. There we go. Alright. So, let's see. How can I put that in here? Okay, maybe if I have... Fortunately for me, Pooh really doesn't have any joints, so I can just be, like, loosey-goosey here. Ooh, a carafe. Well, as the resident expert, Koffy, what's carafe come from? Where'd you get that word? Tell us about all of the deep lore behind part of your namesake. The deep coffee lore that isn't actually connected to your character at all. Pretty sure it's from French. Yeah, that sounds about right. It seems like a thing French people would say. I've never been a French myself, so I can't confirm, but it sounds kinda right. I always pronounce it as car-af. 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 Got it. Car-af. I can remember that. I probably can't remember that, but if I say it enough times that I can remember it, I might remember it, so we'll see. Okay. Okay. And I love that I picked this character already, because this means I don't have to draw any fucking hands. Oh, this is gonna be a treat. Alright. Okay. Almost. Actually, considering I don't have to draw, like, hands or anything super detailed, this might actually be the first doodle day that actually is potentially less than 2 days. So that's kind of cool. So, like, caraf is how I say it. So the two syllables kind of blur together, or car off. Isn't Car Off that movie where John Travolta and Nick Cage both play talking cars that, like, switch body parts? I've never seen the movie, and I've also never seen Cars, so I have heard the band Cars, but I don't think they're related. For Winnie the Pooh's, like, body size, very long arms and legs. I'll give him that. The crossover we need. Oh god. Paramount, or whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck made Face Off, hit me up. I will let you use my ideas for a absurd amount of money. Because that's how Hollywood works, I think. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? Okay, so Pooh's whole body is kind of gonna be sort of like that kind of shape. Hey, Koffy, how much donk do you have in your badonk? And secondary question, what do you want your tail to look like? Because I realize this is going to be the first picture of you that has that as something that is going to be visible. No, I can probably just keep it like that. Not a huge amount of badonk, but not exactly flat either. Yeah, like, Pooh doesn't actually have a tail. It's weird. It's like one of those things where you can kind of imagine what it would look like, but no, Pooh just doesn't actually have a tail. Which is weird, because, like, they make such a big deal of Eeyore being able to lose his tail that you think someone would point out, hey, Pooh, where the fuck is your tail then, smartass? Also, I'm rethinking this particular angle. I might try to do it with this arm and have this arm instead be holding the coffee, like, cup or a coffee mug or something like that. Let's try revisiting this part. Okay, so... There we go. Follow the Winnie the Pooh example of making very simple clothing shapes for very simple clothing choices. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that works. Oh, looks like I got a message. Let me check that real quick. What do you have to say, Mr. Discord? Ah, nothing important right now. Alright. Remember, Brain, this is only the line... this is not the line art layer. This is just the doodle layer. You're gonna be fine. Gonna be fine, Brain. Don't have to make it pretty yet. As long as you understand what's going where, you'll be fine. Any thoughts on your tail, though, Koffy? Because while Winnie the Pooh, of course, doesn't have a tail, I don't know if Koffy the Pooh should. Okay. Alright. Now, gotta have the legs kind of come up like whoop, and they kind of go around like ooh, except not quite, rather. Let's see. They're pretty round though, all around, which I mean makes sense because he's a toy. He has to be soft and round. Otherwise, how will you know that he's friend-shaped? Sorry, I got a bunch of Discord and it's no problem, Koffy. It's honestly a very little thing. If you don't have any ideas, I can just, like, wing it, give you sort of just a generic bear tail kind of dealy. Or you can decide you don't want a tail at all. I don't know. I'm not the boss of your character design. Yeah, that's about as low as it should be. Goes sort of down and around like that. Yeah, honestly, just small fluffy bear tail is all I've thought about it so far. Alright, I can work with that. Also, do you think many other people have had to have the thought that Winnie the Pooh is honestly kind of a little dummy thick? And I have to wonder how many people have had to have that same revelation before me. Yeah, Pooh honestly be kind... I mean, Pooh is not even kind of. Pooh is canonically a very thick character. He has much junk. And much trunk. I do wonder, though, how many other people have had to have that same realization, though. Because it feels like... I feel like Winnie the Pooh isn't one of those franchises that probably awoke many furries, but I have to imagine that many furries have had to, like, look back on childhood media and thought, oh yeah, I really like this, and now because of what I've realized about myself, I appreciate it in a whole different way. But I wonder how many of those people have also been cursed with the realization that, oh shit, Winnie the Pooh do have a pretty thick look to him. Because I hope not too many. Probably anyone that has decided to use him for a draw cartoon character is human challenge too. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought of like art memes. That reminds me though, there was one particular art meme that I really wanted to try, but I could never get enough people together to actually like try and do it, and that always made me really sad. It was one where you were playing... I think the official name was actually... they came up with something like Furry Telephone. It's one that the team over on Drawfee, the YouTube channel, they did it. But basically, the first person starts with a... I think it was... Yeah, I think it was the first person has to draw a original character that's just like a normal human-looking person. Then the second person draws that first character's persona. Then the third person draws the humanization of the persona without having seen the original character. Then the fourth person draws the furry persona of the human sona of the fursona of the human OC without having seen any of the ones ahead of it. I don't know how well I explained that to make any sense, but hopefully you got the general gist of it. Okay. Gotta give her a cute little tail. Boop. There you go. There's your tail, Koffy. You now have official design reference of what your tail will look like. This has been a world exclusive sneak preview of Koffy's model. I'm bad at drawing original characters that are strictly human though, need reference or end up just drawing monsters mostly. I can appreciate that. Like how I can't really draw things that aren't cute with without like concentrated effort, so I just kind of lean into it by only drawing cute things because I like drawing cute things. Unless I'm being paid. Which, by the way, hey, commission's always open if anyone ever wants art. I'm doing the bisexual finger guns, but you can't see because this isn't a visual medium in that way. Okay. I have no idea how your fingerless gloves would work with Winnie the Pooh hands, Koffy. I guess it would just be like a tube, a tube of fabric around your paw. And then like the rest of your paw. Alright, I guess that works. Let's try tightening up the top sketch layer a little bit too. Excuse me. Alright, that works. Paw tubes does sound like what stuffed animal fingerless gloves would be. Yeah, I think that can work then. Because, like, Winnie the Pooh very much... Like, sometimes I've seen media that give him, like, a little thumb, but that's it. Like, he never has distinct fingers, thank God. That would be horrifying. I would not trust Winnie the Pooh if he had fingers. I don't know if that's just a me thing or not, but that's my honest heart's feeling. Okay. And like, I already know that I'm not going to be doing a one-to-one. This is a Pooh Bear. This has just got to be in an evocative style, and I know without even needing external reassurance, which is rare for me because I usually am a huge slut for getting external reassurance, but I know that as is, this is already in a good space for this is clearly readable as a Winnie the Pooh type character. Okay. I'll make it clear what, when I get to line art, is supposed to be drawn and what's not. Okay, now let's see. Do I want to go with the Karaf idea? I feel like this should be a little further over. I gotta trust my fluff on this one. Also, you know, I realized something the other day. Even I think I actually realized this, come to think of it, a while ago while I was watching Princess, no, not Princess, Priscilla? Yeah, you know, Priscilla VTuber. She's the stuffed bunny. But I realized that, hey, wait a second, we're both stuffed animal rabbits. I'm just the, like, less cute version of a stuffed animal. That was a fun little realization, I guess. Small world kind of dealies. Okay, well, let's see what I'm gonna do with this other paw. Yes, go make coffee. You're not you without your caffeine because you've... Well, I mean, in this case, literally, because that's half of your identity. Without coffee, you're just Kuma. No, that's too high up. Yeah, it feels right. Okay, so let's see. So I guess it's gonna kind of go like that? Pooh really doesn't have good hands for hands. Alright. Looks like I may have to give this Pooh thumbs. Like that doesn't feel right, but I'm not sure how Koffy would be able to hold Koffy without giving Koffy the Pooh some thumbs. And I mean, she is still a tiny little bear, so it's gonna be a bigger cup for her. Come on. Any day I'll be able to draw this line. Like that, maybe? God, looks weird seeing. Okay, I'm gonna quickly look it up to see if I remember this right. Because Winnie the Pooh is just so weird with thumbs, but I feel like I've seen him with thumbs before, so I'm gonna see if I can find a ref one way or the other. Winnie the Pooh. I guess I could still just do Winnie the Pooh with that. Okay, yeah. Is that official art though? Okay, yeah, that is kind of official art. Alright, so I can do thumbs with Winnie the Pooh. Good to know. I think that's a thumb. I think I'm just squinting at this like, is that fucking thumb? I think it's a thumb. Is that a thumb? I don't know if that's a thumb. I think it might be a thumb. Is that fucking thumb? Well, what have you got there, Pooh? Is that a thumb? 'Cause I think it might be a thumb. Maybe. You know, I really can't tell if that's a fucking thumb or not. You're right. What am I doing? I've got a cup here. I can just hold this and look at my own hand. Okay, so cut back on this side, maybe that'll help. No, not like that, I mean. So I guess... Okay, so I think I need to move the coffee cup forward and show more of the hand behind the cup too. So let's give this another shot. Alright. Let's get back into it. No, not like that. Okay, so a hand kind of works like that. And then the thumb meat is gonna go forward and around, sort of like that. I'm not sure right now if Koffy the Poo is so much holding a coffee cup as she is like extending for a hearty handshake. I'll see if I can fix that though. Such a big cup for such a small bear. That's just how Koffy the Poo has to be. Okay. Let's see if I think it would be about there. Let's move that up a little bit further. Here we go. I think that'll do. Do, 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 do. Okay. I think that'll do. And do like a little label here. And then let's give it some coffee vapor lines. That's probably coffee lines. I don't know. I'm no coffeeologist. And y'all didn't come here for me to just quietly try and figure out how coffee works. I gotta be noisy. Gotta cause a ruckus. I think? I don't know, I don't actually know why people come here, so... I'm just spitballing guesses. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, now let's finally... the eyes... The eyes, I think, are actually going to be pretty tough to get the right kind of mix of beadiness, but also endearing detail. Because the eyes have to represent not just Winnie the Pooh, of course, but also Koffy. And she's got pretty detailed eyes. I mean, obviously they're not going to be that detailed, but... I wonder when we're ever going to get to see this Koffy emote. Wonder how we'll have to unlock that secret form. Okay, so I think the other eye kind of will go like this. And you know what? You know what? Koffy does have some very nice eyelashes, so we can give her little eyelashes, maybe. This looks so doofy. I kinda love it for that. don't remember where I saw it, but I think I saw an article somewhere that said the bear Winnie the Pooh was based off of was actually a girl. I don't know how accurate that is. Never actually read the article. I think it was actually, yeah, this was actually when I was trying to get references earlier, I think, that I saw it. Wonder what that was about. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure Winnie the Pooh has eyebrows too. If I already forgot, and no, I'm positive he does, yeah. Okay, so now the guy gives Koffy the Pooh, Koffy the, Winnie the, Koffy the Pooh, yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay, so... let's have him go kinda like... something like... this. Yeah, I like that. And I could just try and draw one again, or I can cheat. And guess what? I'm gonna cheat. Because I'm a dirty, nasty art crime girl. And there's nothing my brain can do to stop my brain. Okay, you don't have to go that over. Come on. Come back here, eyebrow. A little further, eyebrow. Here we go. Alright, now... okay, now I've got basically all of the features of Winnie the Pooh. So I gotta add more features of Koffy. I think next up has to be her glasses, right? I think so. So these are, yeah, pretty simple frame shape. Obviously, though, Winnie the Pooh does not have 4 ears, so I'll figure out a way to work around that. You know what? Let's make a new layer for this. Call it glasses. Hey, Koffy! We're coming along pretty nicely with the sketch layer for yours. This is what we got so far. Obviously, because Winnie the Pooh just has dot eyes, I couldn't go nearly as detailed as yours, but I at least gave Koffy the Pooh some nice eyelashes. Alright, so... right, that's how the glasses are going to be shaped. Let's zoom in on that. Stretching my back. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so sort of like that. And... come on. Okay, well, that's one lens. Now let's let's make the frame. And I'll probably just end up shrinking the whole thing down rather than trying to, like, draw it to scale from step 1. That works. Let's round that section down the bottom a little more. So while I'm working on this detail, any insights, any details, or bits of lore you want to drop about your design, Koffy? Figure since I'm already going into it in such detail, I might as well offer you the platform if you'd like. Talk a little bit about where you're getting these ideas and designs from and such. If you prefer, I can just idly speculate. I'm sure that could make for some interesting assumptions too, but I don't know how accurate those would be. Actually, no, I can pretty much guarantee they'd all be very inaccurate, come to think of it. Alright, so... no, first let's just try completing the glasses, seeing how they look from there. So copy, paste, flip, move, and slide them on over. Okay. Okay, now let's get all of the glasses. Let's start moving these bad puppies over. Bad puppies, apparently. Okay, zoom back in. Okay. Scale them down. Move them a little more. Something like that, maybe? Let's play with perspective a little bit. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. A lot of her design was pretty much already set in stone when I started. I don't know where the idea of the bear hood came from exactly, but it's hardly original for VTubers. I see. So is she basically, like, designed to be based off of just your IRL self? Or is like, the Koffy Kuma that we know in some way a variation of the you? I'm getting into Jungian psychology now, I guess. Once I had the idea for the hoodie, I sat down with a pick crew and put together a prototype where Rain recommended the one thigh tie down. I see. I see. And yeah, she's based on an idealized me in a lot of ways. The hardest part was putting together the outfit. Ah. So do you think the outfit is something that you would... Is it something that you do own IRL, or is that like also kind of an aspirational sort of outfit? I know mine is a huge aspirational outfit. I didn't even really know what my clothing was gonna be until I saw this gorgeous Lolita dress that I'll probably never be able to own IRL, so I can at least wear it when I'm not human. I don't own the hoodie, but I'm pretty sure I was wearing jean shorts and a hoodie when I was working on it. Nice, nice. So you did all the art by yourself? That's pretty poggers. Something like that, maybe? And then these other ones kind of have to go off like that. I mean, she very much doesn't have ears. So I guess... Oh! I know what I'll do. Like this. No, not quite like that. Something like that, maybe? I don't know how well that reads, as I taped the arm of these glasses behind my head, or onto my head, but it's kind of what I'm going for there, I think. No, I did a prototype pic crew and a concept sketch for the hoodie, but then sent it... Ah, okay. I don't have any of Obsidia's clothes, like, I have several crop tops, but not that combo. That's fair. I mean, I also... This might be an assumption on my part, but I'm also guessing you probably don't have, like, designer streamlined plate mail either. It's just a hunch. Don't get me wrong, though. I'd probably want that too, IRL. I'd never be able to wear it because I'm a weak as fuck little jackalope, but... I can make it clearer in the color phase. Alright, let's make a quick save of this before the computer decides to randomly crash on me. Coffee doodle. I feel like it could still use something, but I'm not sure what. I'm kind of considering adding some of Koffy's hair to Koffy the Pooh, but I just don't know if that would look good. You know what I mean, Koffy? What do you think? Do you want Koffy the Pooh to have your hair too, or...? poo doesn't really need, like... Yeah, I'm not sure it would work either. Like, I guess I could go back in and give you the bottoms and the... Well, I mean, I know you. I know that you would want me to give you the bottoms, but this is a different context. Like, I guess I could give Winnie the Pooh or Coffee the Pooh some variation of your shoes, but just the front bits of the hair, but smaller, might work. Let's take a closer look. Let's see. Well, it sort of would go like... Oh, am I drawing? Oh, how did I get to that? Okay. Sort of be like... Whoop. 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 And whoop. And whoop. And whoop. And whoop. And whoop. And whoop. Something like that, I guess, would be how that would look. Well, what do you think, Coffee? This is gonna ultimately be your doodle. I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, that's fair. I'm honestly not sure either. Because I feel like I could do potentially some of the hair. I guess I'll put it on a separate layer for now. And that way I can just get rid of the layer if I decide against it. Control Shift in. I'll call this layer hair. I'll quickly redoodle that hair. So it's sort of like a whoop. And then and like a whoop. 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 Whoop, whoop, whoop. That goes back up. And sort of down like that. And sort of like that. I guess if I'm sketching that much, I might as well sketch out, like, roughly how the rest of it could go, because I don't think I'm gonna do a full head of hair, because I feel like that would look weird on a Winnie the Pooh style character. But I'll kind of like, maybe a little bit like that, and a little bit back here. Kind of have to go up. Something like that, maybe? Honestly, her hair would kind of go, like, over the ears. Sort of like, whoop. Ah, but then I cover up the glasses and I lose that joke. Tough, 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 tough. Alright, well, for now I don't have to worry much about the hair. Yeah, for now I'll just start on the sketch not the sketch, the line layer. And then later I can decide if I want to go back to make the hair a thing. Okay, so glasses I can merge down. And the sketch I'll set at like, let's put it at like, yeah, half, roughly. Let's go in with the line art layer. And a thick bear needs a thick brush. So let's see how thick. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thickness. And Koffy, would you say that Koffy is, would you say that you're particularly thick? Is that a accurate interpretation of you as both a character and an individual? You would. Alright. That's good. I'm glad to know I am not mistaken in my assumption. What would you say is... You know... Let's turn this into a positivity thing, too. I didn't get my art done that thick, but I picked my artist because he didn't draw super skinny. Yeah, that's important, I feel. I think all of my art tends to err on the side of being maybe even a little too thick, even when I'm not drawing characters that are meant to be particularly, like, thick. Which, I mean, I guess is better, because, like, I was joking around with Obsidia's doodle last week about how she tragically has no room in her body for organs syndrome, so common in anime female character design. Okay, there we go. But yeah, you know, I've always, I guess, had some kind of problem with body image and, by extension, my body mass, and it came across in some ways that aren't particularly stream friendly, or at the very least not something that I really want to potentially bring anyone down with. But I feel like I'm probably, just by virtue of getting older and by virtue of just how hormones are going to affect me, I'm probably going to have to deal with getting thicker myself. So I just want to make sure that I feel like confident with myself when I get there. So good on you. Good on you for liking your thickness. You are down with the thickness. Ooh, Sorry, let me try that again. You're down with the thickness. Ooh, Come on, get up and get down with the thickness. I probably pass in every way except my sheer mass IRL. Well, I mean, if that's the only thing that you have that it's not passing, that's a pretty good batting average, I think. Like, I don't mean to brag, but I feel like I've got some decent passing stuff going. I'm still not totally certain about my voice, because that's also been a source of complicated feelings. But it's a work in progress, I guess, right? Let's give it a little bit of line. A little bit of this line. Yeah, I can probably work with that. Just finished getting home by bus. Drawing has come along very... Well, thank you, Sad. Also, welcome home. I made you some tea. The kettle's on the stove still. It takes a little minute to heat up, but you're welcome to it if you want. I also put that thing on, you know, the one you were talking about on Netflix that you were enjoying so much. I started watching that, and figured we could catch up on that together, too. This has been a demo of my newest sub-redeem. If you subscribe to me now, you too can receive free, unasked for domestic fluff RP live on stream. Gotta get in the practice of being a good house spouse. I want to be a house spouse. Yeah, I remember that. I think you said that you wanted to have, what was it, like a wife-based, like, pastoral compound kind of lifestyle. That was that's a good idea, I think, in this day and age. But also, my wife can't earn an income, so so I have to be the one who makes all the money. Polymune. That's a fun name for it. I like that. A polymune. Oh. Wait, are you actually married, Koffy? I think I'm starting. I stole it from some. I think I'm starting to get a little confused because it seems like every other. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but it feels like every other trans lesbian that I encounter. Not to say that I myself am trans lesbian. I'm like trans pan, or something like that. But it seems like they all also have some kind of like polyamory going on. So, I mean, I don't mean this in a judgmental way because that is something that I also do. It's more just like, okay, I know that you're saying that someone is your wife or that you're dating someone, but I have completely lost any ability I gained in real life social skills to determine how much of that is hyperbole and how much of that is like, no, this is actually my spouse with any given person. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Not legally, but in every other way. Right. On all levels except legal, you are already married. I mean, good for you. That's really nice. I hope you get, I hope if you do want it to be on a legal level too, for whatever reason, like, you know, taxes or medical rights or whatever, I wish you the best in getting there. The only thing keeping me and Akorza from being married legally is I'm a romantic fool who wants to buy a ring and propose, and I can't do that while we're not living. Oh, that's so cute. Is it like a long distance kind of thing? Or do you live like kind of nearby? And if any of this stuff gets too personal, that is also a valid answer. Because again, or not again, but hey, I'm autistic. Sometimes I don't read the room very well. Okay. Long distance. I was living with her, but had to move out right before COVID. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I do hope, though, that whatever restrictions are keeping you now, whether it just be the general difficulties with travel or, like, legally being barred from being able to go to certain states or what have you, I hope that lifts soon for you and you get to be with her again. That sounds like it's really nice. And since I'm gonna be in that position myself soon enough, I wish you the best in joining me. Not like literally joining me. I don't think that I don't think that you would be interested in me that way. Also, I don't know if I'm interested in you that way. I'm still new to this whole polyamory thing myself. Yeah, that's an ear. I'll take it. I've been polyam for years, but most of that was being in a mostly closed circuit triad. I love that word because it makes it sound like you were in a Chinese mafia to me. Only recently have I started having an interest in other people. I guess sometimes the heart just needs to diversify. Diversify its feels portfolio. No, I think tonight I'm gonna make my next emote. Or at least start the line art on it. Mostly because I have been struggling with the, with finding the motivation to pack for the big move, even though I really do need to pack. It's just very hard sometimes. But that's neither here or there. I think I'm gonna try to get the next of my emote ideas into the line art stage at least tonight. We'll see, I guess. But that's not important right now, neither. Okay, let's do something like that. Not quite close. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Where do I want to go next? I guess let's quickly knock these lines out. Close. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Another quick save. And let's see, do I want to go down? I should probably go down. Save the most detailed bits for last. Let's knock the size up a little bit too. close. Also close. I don't know if y'all can hear, but there is a low-flying airplane going over my house right now. We have the pleasure of living very close to an airport, too. Fortunately, it's not like a big one. It's just a interstate kind of airport. But it's still an annoyance. Okay. There we go. By fire trucks and planes, such a busy spot. Yeah, which is really weird considering this is actually, the place I live in right now is actually a really quiet historical district too. I don't really know how it happened, but them's the breaks, I guess. Besides, I won't be living here for much longer. So I also kinda gotta get used to that idea. Change is scary, you know? Close. There we go. Alright. No, not quite. Nope. Nope. Change is scary, all those little coins. Someone could joke on them. Let me tell you, Nissa. So when I was in Cryptid College, I got to spend a wonderful year abroad studying at Japan's Yokai University. I learned so many things, but one of the things that I learned especially was you get a lot of loose change living there, because basically most of your day-to-day purchases, unless you're going out shopping for something specific and big, they're usually done with coins. Like you can have the rough equivalent of up to $5 just in coins. So I had so many. I still have a big Ziploc bag of basically just 1 yen pieces that I decided to keep for some reason. If I ever needed to, I could really beat the shit out of someone with that bag. I visited Japan once and I love how you can... Yeah, I wasn't in... I was sadly not in a good enough place in my life at the time to really make the absolute most of my year abroad, so I'm really, really hoping to go back to if not live there, at least be able to regularly visit again. So, yeah. I'd like to do that again someday. I think one of the things I missed the most, though, was having lived there in a very big urban center. I absolutely adored Japanese public transit because it's so well made and designed. Everything functions so smoothly and efficiently, and you can get pretty much anywhere you need to just like on leg and with subway alone. God, I miss that. I miss that kind of freedom, especially considering that I have severe anxiety, which has made it very difficult, and still currently at this point, not yet accomplished me getting my driver's license. I'm one of those gays, sadly. I'm not a gay that can legally at least drive. Okay, let's try that. Okay. It was really nice, though. And don't get me wrong, I'm not, at least at this point in my life, a weeaboo. I'm fully aware that there is a lot of problems that Japan faces and the people who live in it face. It's not some idealized nerd utopia. It's a real place with its own real problems that I'm not gonna try and gloss over with some glorified perception of the place. But there were definitely things that I miss about living there. Hey, Heavy! Welcome, friend. Today we are drawing Koffy Kuma. Well, once I finish this foot, I'll zoom out to show you. How you doing today, though, Heavy, while I finish up this last little bit? I hope I hope that your job situation is gonna be getting better soon. Alright. So, Koffy is a bear. So at first I was going to say, haha, what if I drew Koffy, but in Winnie the Pooh's... Oh, can you hear me now? I hope so. Okay, so at first I was gonna do like, haha, Koffy Kuma, but what if I drew her in Winnie the Pooh's outfit? Because, haha, Nakey Bear. But then I got to thinking, instead of drawing Koffy Kuma dressed like Winnie the Pooh, what if I just drew her like Winnie the Pooh? So that's what I've been doing this week. I think it's coming along pretty well. Alright. I can't honestly remember, Heavy, if I have introduced you via raids or if you've come across Koffy's channel before. But she does very nice, like, chill stream atmospheres. You might enjoy her stuff. No. Come on, hand. Oh, well, now you know. When's your next scheduled stream, Koffy? So one of her mods I can confirm. Yeah, they are nice and chill. Tomorrow at 2 PST. Alright. Yeah, I'd recommend checking her stuff out then if you got the time. Oh, tomorrow. That means it's one of the Stardew streams, right? I'm not sure what the future of Stardew's Day is gonna be. I imagine like everyone is just really busy right now. Okay. Like that. And like go. And it's been hard to get everyone together lately. Yeah. I don't like keep super close tabs on most of them. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy their streams, but it's not like I actively like really get in touch with them or stuff like that, but it sounds like it's a little tough, or it would be a little tough. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. You probably know what I mean, hopefully. Let's neaten that up a little bit. Alright, that worked. Koffy has been added to my collective. Good, good, good. Bree and Lily have been super busy, and Korza hasn't been feeling well a lot of the time. Oh, I hope she feels better soon then. Feeling well enough to stream. Okay. Well, still, I hope she's feeling better soon then. I know how you mean, though. I have had so many groups that I have really loved working and playing with that have fallen apart due to schedules kind of just drifting away. Close. I did my 3 days of stream, had raiders, lost a follower at some point. Well, did you enjoy yourself, Heavy? I think that's the most important thing right now. There we go. Alright, let's try and do the cup now. The chalice. You know, I can do this as like a flippy dealy. So I just really need to draw like half of it. Although I will draw all of it, or more of it than I need to. Or I'll try to anyway. You okay there, hand? You doing okay there, bud? Panicked at losing a follower, had sad thoughts, was talked away from delete button and talked to him today. Now I'm here. Oh, I'm sorry that you took it that hard. I mean, admittedly, it is really rough, and I would be lying if I said that I have not had moments in the past where I was at a similarly low confidence point with my drawings, not with my drawings, with my streaming, and thinking about quitting it. Exactly. You're still new. You're getting there. I know people in this field that have gotten like just rough deals of the... What am I saying? I have no fucking idea what I'm trying to say right now. Shit. But yeah, it's something that as you go, it'll get easier. People will keep finding ways to show up, even if they aren't always the same people. You'll get there, I think. I'm glad you didn't delete. My big thing was my brain was going, you lose viewer, you bad, stop doing bad stuff. I will fight your brain. Tell your brain to meet me out back behind the Denny's at 3 a.m. I'll throw hands with it. Oh. Wayne said can't. 1, no hands. 2, that's when I'm normally at Code Stream. Alright, I'll bring it up later during Code Stream then. I'm sure she'll similarly want to fight your brain. Throwing hands is just a big bucket of disembodied hands and you play dodgeball with them. Yep, that's it exactly, Nissa. Oh no, don't cower. You are safe. Puppy has a question, but IDK how to word it. Also, hey wolf puppy. But yeah. Um, well, it's a little hard to answer the question if I don't know what it is. Um, I'm doing this not the easy way, but a way. I see you're a beast of culture. Okay. But yeah, you're welcome to ask questions. If you don't know how to word it, you can try and just give like the gist, I guess. Okay. There we go. Since I can't do a face cam on my streams, I was thinking of trying out what you do, but IDK how? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a pretty easy thing to answer. But the Heavy asked a good first question here, which would be, would you want to do this as 3D or 2D, or or reactive PNG? Because there's different answers for all of those, and I'd say there's not really one right or wrong answer. I guess another important question is, like, do you have access to any sort of web camera, whether it be like a built-in web camera or it be... Oh, I'm really moving today, huh? Come on, head. Balance with me here. Like, do you have access to any web camera? That would be my first question, because if you don't have access to web camera, that is going to very quickly narrow it down, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, you do have a webcam. Alright, so my next question would be, what is your budget, either in terms of like money or in terms of what am I trying to say? What's your budget in terms of money or in time and effort? And do you like your artistic ability? Also, hey! Hey, Aline! Welcome, welcome. I have no idea when people show up, so, let me quickly... let me finish this line, and then I can show y'all what I've been working on. I've been here but lurking for like an hour. Oh, you sneaky little kit. I'm still in a vaporous form at the moment. But you are. Look at you, snooping and sneaking around like you're some kind of sneaker. But yeah, after the question of do you have webcam is the question of, do you have either disposable money, artistic talent that you like, and or time on your hands? Alright, while I wait for answers, I'll get back to the doodle. And how you been doing, Aline? I think I saw you playing more Death Stranding the other day. I have artistic talent I'm proud of and time on my hands. Alright. Ooh, that sounds good, Heavy. I should have that sometime, too. Not sleeping well. Oh, otherwise good, though. Well, alright. That's something, at least. I hope you have sweeter dreams soon. Okay, so you have artistic talent and time on your hands. Next question then. What do you like better, personally, or what do you think that you would like better, at least for the time being, in terms of art style, 2D or 3D? And the good news is that you're not stuck with one or the other forever. You actually can very easily switch around between the two. I am Grumpus Mana Creature. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you don't stay too grumpus. I like you better when you're a heavy mana beast. Yeah, that works. Right now, it would be 2D. I haven't tried 3D art yet. Alright. So... my personal suggestion then would be... if you really like your art style and your art style is 2D, I would say it's worth giving Live 2D a shot. So for that, there's a whole bunch of different tutorials on how to do this. But first you're gonna want to draw the picture that you want to be your character. And the important thing with the picture is basically every part of the drawing that you can like conceptualize as a separate part of a body, and this includes stuff like highlights or shadows, stuff like that too. That is going to have to be its own separate layer on the image, and you're going to be eventually exporting all of those different layers as separate parts of the whole image. Does that make sense so far? I promise that once you get into it, it's not actually as intimidating as it sounds. I can't make up my mind on 1, a form to exist, and 2, my med's making my tummy roar at me, but my brain is like, you are full but empty and giving me error messages. Alright, let's see. First off, oh, alright, Wolf. Okay, so, in order, you know, if you want heavy, one of my hobbies is just like character design. I'd be happy to sit down with you sometime and hash out what could be a workable avatar design for you. Second to that comment, I would say, are you eating enough? Like, even if you don't feel hungry, sometimes that can be like a false negative, and if you need to take your medicine with food, you definitely should do that. And That reminds me. Yes, I did rig my model. To be honest, I don't feel like I did that good of a job. I learned a lot with the commission that I just finished doing the art and rigging for all by myself. So I feel like I can do a better version of it now. I still don't know all of the stuff, like I don't know how to necessarily make it so my head doesn't do this weird tilting thing. I think that honestly just might be how my IRL head does stuff. I don't know. Uh, I guess I just lean a lot more than I think I do. But, yeah. Uh, Meds make me feel full even when not full. I'm not sure what to do then, but I would say make sure that you know you have eaten enough today, even if you don't necessarily feel hungry, because I know that's a trick my brain likes to play sometimes. But yeah, I did do all of my rigging coffee. I also, as I said, did another model recently, which I think has way, way, way better rigging. So, why were you asking out of curiosity? Must yell at doctor, this be not good. Oh, I don't know. If you're concerned enough to call a doctor heavy, I don't think I'm qualified to talk about what you should do anymore. But to get back to the thing with Wolf, once you have a file that is like with all of the different images as like the different layers. Oh, I know how to describe it. Wolf, have you ever seen like have you seen the videos going around of those really detailed paper dolls that they're almost like animated paper dolls? Like there was one where she fires a gun and the doll can like spin around its pistol and blow the muzzle of it off. Have you seen those videos going around Twitter? Because Live 2D works a lot like that, but in digital pictures. I'll see if I can find one, but it basically is just manipulating all of the different images layered on top of each other to create the illusion of that depth. Let's see. Doctor put me on this 3 months ago. Yeah, if my partner was here heavy, I mean, they are a medical professional. I don't think they technically legally can give you full on advice, but they could at the very least give you some kind of ideas. But yeah, sorry, I'm not qualified enough. Or, no, not even qualified enough. I'm not qualified. Dang it, this line. So once you have all of those images in a file, you want to export it regardless of the program as a Photoshop file, and then you can load it into Live 2D. Now, Live 2D is set up so that to get like some of the better features, you need to have a paid subscription, but there's a free version, which honestly, for a first model especially, is absolutely going to have enough functionality to do more than enough, I think. Once you get that far in the process, there's a whole bunch of tutorials that can lead you through step by step. I would also be happy to try and give you, tips and tricks as you go through it too. The one I used is by a VTuber named Kira Omori over on YouTube. Oh no, don't worry. It's honestly, like, It may sound scary, but it honestly isn't, I promise. It takes a while, but it's not really that difficult of a process to get going. Okay, now let's do some coffee vapors. Do I like that? Not quite. I'm glad you have devoured your meal, Heavy. No, not quite. But yeah, I would recommend Kira Omori's How to Rig video tutorial series. It was what I used, at least. There's a ton of others out there, but I found hers to be pretty comprehensive. But if you'd rather, like, direct hands-on kind of approach, I'm not, like, free all of the time, and it might have to be something that, at some point, I couldn't totally do for free, but I would be happy to give you, like, pointers, tips and Why do I keep wanting to say tips and trips? No, tips and tricks and all that. Good enough. Alright. Though, could someone type out the name for me? Oh yeah, sure. So she's over on YouTube, and her name is Kira Omori. Spelt like that. No problem. Happy to help. Alright, I gotta leave because a friend is calling. Alright, have a good one, Wolf. Sorry, Wolf Puppy. Gotta use your full name. Although, I guess... I want to be careful because, like, I imagine Mr. Puppy was your father. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is looking. It's a very potent brew I'm making, apparently. bump up the brush size a little bit. No. Come on. Dwarven coffee joke we had in our campaign. Oh? What was the joke? Alright. This is... Oh, nope. Too far in. Zoom out. Is Dwarven coffee like Irish coffee? I don't know, is it? I do kind of like that interpretation, though, even though like dwarves are stereotypically given like some kind of Scottish accent. I do like the interpretation as dwarves being like some kind of Celtic influence, because I mean that's not really it's not really a Celtic thing, but I like how it makes sense kind of culturally, if that makes sense, within the setting. Stuff was blacker than the darkness of the universe. The warlock put like a gallon of cream into it and it was still a void of black. I do like that. That is pretty good. Stop zooming that far in, computer. I know you're not that far gone. Okay, zoom back out. Okay, yeah. Alright. Let's see. Let's clean this up a little bit. They said it had to be drunk by the thimble because the stuff put hair on your everything if you tried anything bigger. That's pretty good. I wish my neck wasn't broken today. That'd be nice. Okay. Yeah, that works. Save that. Now let's finally get into the face detail.